When addressing the question, what are my expectations for COP28 as it relates to the Caribbean and SIDS in general? Action over acknowledgement, allocation and implementation over conversation. This is something that I definitely like to see as we head into COP28, especially when taking into account the climate crisis, the gender justice crisis, climate injustice in general, more conversations that lead to proactivity and fruition of commitments and not just baseless conversations that essentially will lead to 30 more years of acknowledgement of baseless and pointless conversation. It's something that we in the region, not just in the Caribbean region, but SIDS in general, can no longer tolerate or honestly and truly accept. Our futures, our livelihoods, our consistent survival is dependent on essentially all of the conversations that are going to come out of this space. And I'd hate for COP28 to be another conference of the parties by which we just talk, by which we just pass the buck, as we like to say in this region. Another opportunity for us to drop the ball internationally. Caribbean SIDS, Pacific SIDS, we can no longer survive with this narrative. We can no longer maintain ourselves with this narrative. For gender justice and climate justice to be considered the epitome of importance, I'd like to see these conversations, I'd like to see these bilaterals, and more importantly, I'd like to see this policy heading out of COP28.